A revolver is a pistol that has a rotating cylinder containing a number of firing chambers. Pulling the trigger or cocking the hammer will line up a chamber with the barrel and firing pin. All revolvers consist of three main parts: the frame, the barrel, and the action. The frame is the backbone to which all other parts are attached. Major frame components include the grip panels, the trigger guard, which protects the trigger from inadvertent contact, the rear sight, the back strap, and the front strap, called the rifling, which spin the bullet to stabilize it in flight. The bore's caliber is the measurement of its diameter, expressed in either inches or millimeters. At the front of the barrel is the muzzle, where the bullet exits, and the front sight. Finally, the action is a group of moving parts used to load, fire, and unload a pistol.
Revolvers have a number of action parts, such as the trigger, hammer, and hammer spur, which helps the thumb cock the hammer. The cylinder holds ammunition in individual chambers that are rotated into firing position by the action of the trigger or hammer. On some revolvers, a cylinder latch allows the cylinder to swing out from the frame for loading. The ejector removes empty cases or live cartridges from the cylinder and is activated by the ejector rod. There are basically two types of revolvers: single action and double action. In a single action revolver, the trigger performs one action, releasing the hammer. The hammer must be manually cocked with the thumb. In a double action revolver, the trigger performs two tasks. It both cocks and releases the hammer. Most double-action revolvers can also be fired in the single-action mode by manually cocking the hammer with the thumb.
The other major type of pistol is the semi-automatic. The term semi-automatic means each time the trigger is pulled, it fires a single cartridge, then automatically extracts and ejects the empty case and feeds a new cartridge into the chamber of the barrel. Like a revolver, a semi-automatic pistol consists of a frame, a barrel, and an action. Semi-automatic pistols have many frame components in common with revolvers, such as grip panels, a trigger guard, and the front strap and back strap areas. The barrel of a semi-automatic pistol, like that of a revolver, has a bore, rifling to stabilize the bullet, a muzzle where the bullet exits, and sometimes a front sight. Its bore size or caliber is measured the same way. At the rear of the barrel, an enlarged section of the bore called the chamber holds the cartridge to be fired. Barrels in locked breech semi-automatic pistols have lugs which lock the barrel to the slide at the moment of firing. In such pistols, upon firing, the barrel and slide recoil rearward together, keeping the breech sealed, and unlock only after pressure in the chamber is dropped to a safe level. Semi-automatic pistols also share some of the same action parts as revolvers, like the trigger, hammer, and hammer spur. There are also hammerless semi-automatic pistols, which lack an external hammer. Some of these have an internal hammer, while others have a spring-powered firing pin or striker. An important action component of semi-automatic pistols is the slide, which slides on rails in the frame. When the slide is all the way forward and the action is closed, the slide seals or locks the breech. Upon firing, the slide moves to the rear and is returned forward to close the breech by pressure from the recoil spring. Some slides enclose the barrel, while others are located to the rear of the barrel. The slide has three main functions. First, it extracts the cartridge case from the chamber and ejects it from the pistol. Second, in most semi-autos, the rearward motion of the slide cocks the hammer or firing pin. And last, as the slide moves forward, it causes the top cartridge from the magazine to feed into the chamber. A semi-automatic's rear sight, and often the front sight as well, are usually mounted on the slide.